Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Full Time Devils. I am Adam McCullough. Hope you guys are all doing well. We are live, we are direct, we are giving you some breaking transfer reports coming out from Fabrizio Romano and, of course, Damasio, reporting that Inter Milan have agreed a 1.5 million euro fee for Ashley Young, which could rise. It's got a bonus clause in there if they win Serie A this season, as they are competing for the title with Juventus, and they've brought in, or they're one step closer at least, to bringing in Ashley Young. Ashley Young's now believed to be travelling out to Milan, where he'll complete medicals and the terms, signing those paperworks, etc., to become an Inter Milan player this month in January. We've already seen he hasn't been involved in the first team in the last couple of match day squads, and it's been coming around this time of rumours. There was talks he didn't want to play again for Manchester United and he wanted to focus on getting this move complete. And I remember a club captain agreeing to join Inter Milan in the midst of a what's the word I'm looking for? A season full of turmoil, and leaving Manchester United in the middle of that. I remember a club captain doing that once, and Ashley Young has copied what Nemanja Vidic has once done, and he's one step closer to that move to Italy and Inter Milan. It did seem like it was off the cards recently, as it all went quiet on the front of terms of Inter Milan bringing him in, and there was rumours he was going to, they were going to bring in a different player. Now those have gone away, and the rumours have come back after there was talk West Ham, a number of other clubs were potentially interested. English clubs were interested in Ashley Young. He now looks a step closer to Inter Milan. We want your reaction on this news that Ashley Young, after 9 years of being a Manchester United player, is set to leave for Inter Milan and for Italy. Now, we all knew this was probably his last season. We all probably thought it would be in the summer because his contract expires then. He was available on a free. We wouldn't have been surprised if he announced a deal was agreed for the summer. But to go a step closer and make that move happen in January, isn't, you know what? If it's true that Ashley Young didn't want to play a game for us and wanted to force this move through, I'll be a little bit disappointed. Now, I think that Ashley Young was never any good for Manchester United anymore. He clearly wasn't good enough for United. We've got the likes of Delo, Brandon Williams, Ethan Laird, all coming through fighting for those fullback spots. And with that being said, it's better to let Ashley Young go. But to do it in this manner is a little bit disappointing. You'd expect better from him and from a club captain. You'd expect better from him because he seemed to have handled himself quite well during his United career. He's taken a lot of stick over the last couple of years, but he's still maintained a good relationship with fans. And I was against those fans that booed him during pre-season and stuff like that, because you shouldn't be booing our own players. We should be backing everybody that pulls on that Manchester United shirt. But to see him potentially, if this is true, that he's said, no, I'm not playing anymore, I'm gonna make this move, that is disappointing. Now, I understand it's a big opportunity for him. I understand that, you can even try and be respectful about it, but saying you're not playing anymore is a little bit weird to me if that is the case, and I'd be very, very disappointed if that was the case with Ashley Young. Because in his 9 years here, look, he hasn't been a great player in the last couple of years. He hasn't been the kind of player we want to build Manchester United on. He hasn't been the kind of player that we want to see even starting every week. But he has been someone that always grafted, always worked hard, always gave his all to the club, never really spoken out badly about the club or the fans or anything like that. And he's been a role model. Both on the training pitch, you hear good things about him, and off the pitch as well. And he's always battled for the shirt, regardless of the quality that he has shown. So I do think he deserves some credit and some respect when he's leaving. But if he has forced that move through and said he's not playing, then I'd be very, very disappointed about that. As for Inter Milan, they're becoming Manchester United 2.0. There's been rumours they might be signing Darmian soon from Parma. And of course, they're on the way to signing Ashley Young. They've already signed Romelu Lukaku. They've got Alexis Sanchez. They're going to become Manchester United 2.0. All the players that were deemed not good enough for Manchester United. Now, none of us wanted Ashley Young to still be here. None of us wanted Alexis to be here. And not many people wanted Romelu Lukaku to be here. But it kind of shows you the different levels between the leagues and what it takes to be successful in both the leagues. I'm not going to be disrespectful to the Serie A and say it's a poor league, because it's not. But what you require there in terms of, you can get by without having as much pace. You can get by probably, being a little bit older. You can't get by doing that in the Premier League. And Alexis Sanchez, Romelu Lukaku, Ashley Young, they've not been good enough in the Premier League in recent months. So to see them move hasn't been a surprise. To see them move onto such a club, maybe it is a little bit of a surprise. But nevertheless, I think Ashley Young will go there and do okay. And he's now an Inter Milan player, or at least one step closer. As I said, reliable reports coming through from Italy that he is one step closer, and a fee of 1.5 million euros has been agreed with Inter Milan. BBC are also reporting this now as well. So everyone's jumping on the Ashley Young is leaving Manchester United train. So let's see what they're saying in the comments then. What are you guys saying about Ashley Young? Glenn says, with so many leaving, our wage bill is going to reduce significantly. It would have reduced significantly already, with us getting some of Alexis Sanchez's wage bill off it, with us getting obviously Lukaku's off it. Wan-Bissaka wouldn't have been on a huge amount. In comparison to Lukaku and that, Maguire wouldn't have been on a huge amount, and Danny James wouldn't be either. So, the wage bill is going to have significantly shrunk. We've let Herrera and Fellaini go as well. They've come off the wage bill. So I'd see, when those reports come out a year later, I'd see that our wage bill would have dropped massively. But it shows you that there should be money there to improve the squad. 100% we're getting in the latter stages of the Europa League, says Thomas Ashworth. Young has all my respect. Unfortunate way to go, but he's probably made the right decision for his career. He's done enough, says Andrew Niaga. Let me see anybody else in the comments talking about Ashley Young. Let us know. Jacob says Delo and Wan-Bissaka and Williams and Shaw, so don't really need Young. There's a lot of hands in there, but I do agree with you as well. With those options, Delo, Wan-Bissaka, Williams, Shaw, Ethan Laird, with those options, it means that we don't actually need Ashley Young. The place where we'll probably miss him more will be in the dressing room, around the training ground, because he's deemed to be a highly influential player. He's supposedly been to be one of these guys that always works hard, always, commits himself to training, commits himself to everything. So I'm sure he'll be missed around the camp. We're running out of those experienced heads, but I'm not sad to see Ashley Young leave. If he is off, fair enough. Good luck to Young, says Boxing Stuff. Jay should have been in this video to pay his respects, says Adesh. I'm sure we'll get everybody's thoughts on Ashley Young, and there's a video that Jay and Howson have done recently, which is up as well. At least Ollie is getting rid of the deadwood, says Daz. We have seen Ollie is shaping the squad now. We're getting rid of a lot of players. Hopefully we start bringing players in. We're obviously bringing players through in the academy, but we need to accompany that with signings and quality signings as well. We hear talk about Bruno Fernandes. Hopefully we'll get some confirmation on that in the coming days. But we are seeing that we're getting rid of players. There's talk about potentially Marcus Rojo leaving. Ashley Young's now one step closer to a move to Italy. Alexis Sanchez is out on loan and we're looking to get rid of him. Romelu Lukaku's gone. Fellaini's gone. Herrera's gone. We have Darmian's gone. A lot of players have left in recent times, and I'm sure there'll be a few more out as well. Matt Johnson said, has Howson started celebrating yet? I've seen one of his tweets and it was popping champagne, so I'm sure he has already started doing that. Who's captain now? Maguire, says Cowie. I'm guessing it is Harry Maguire who's going to pick up that armband, but we've seen De Gea be captain, Marcus Rashford be captain. So it'd be interesting to see who gets it on a permanent basis. There was obviously talk about Pogba getting it as well, but he's obviously out injured at the moment, so we can't see that happening. Salah breathing a sigh of relief now that Young is out of our league, says Kartik. I don't want to talk about that with Liverpool coming up at the weekend. Don't want to jinx anything right there. What's happening to Lingard, says Hirsch Puri. Not sure what's going on with Lingard. I doubt he'll be leaving in this window though. It's sad that Maguire is going to be our... Why is it sad that Maguire would be our captain? Surely he's probably one of the players that is deemably captain material. Now, I don't think he's lived up to his £80 million price tag yet, and I still think there's a lot more to come from him, but in terms of the way he carries himself, he wouldn't be a bad shout to be captain. 1.2 mil for a 34-year-old ex-winger with only 6 months left on his contract as well. MUFC okay. So United have actually done okay for themselves with this one in terms of getting some money back as well. I'm sure it probably works. Knowing United probably said that they'll pay some more of Alexis's wages or something, a dodgy deal like that. Juan Mata for captain, says Paul. Bruno, there's no Bruno deal done yet. We were obviously live earlier on today as well on Full Time Devils. We were talking about Bruno Fernandes, and the latest on that was there was reports in England, there's been reports elsewhere that Bruno Fernandes has agreed terms with Manchester United, but as of yet we haven't agreed any fee with Sporting Lisbon, so we've got no news on that yet. But Sky Sports have now gone with Inter Milan agree £1.3 million deal to sign Ashley Young from Manchester United, although Sky Italy, the one that they've based their reports off, reported it as €1.3 million. Now there's not much difference between the two these days, but that's the case with that one. Not sure what the fee is, but around £1.3 million or €1.3 million. What do you think of the Samare rumours, says Goodham? We've heard him linked with Chelsea as well as Manchester United. Now Chelsea were seemingly in for Gedson Fernandes too, who was also linked to Manchester United and is now on the way to Tottenham. You can never be quite sure what's happening with these ones, and Sky do get a lot of things wrong, or say something that doesn't always happen. Now he's probably been scouted by Manchester United, and that's where the rumours come from. But I haven't seen anything really credible in whether we're in for him. That's not to say there isn't anything out there, because I'll try and steer clear of many transfer stories. But I haven't read anything that credible out there yet. Bruno has not been announced. Stop trying to troll me in the comments. I have got all sorts of people on notifications on my phone, so you can't trick me. You simply can't. I've got the phone here with your comments on, with my phone there, with notifications. No notifications have come through from Man United, who we've got notifications on from. No notifications have come through from anybody else. So, chill out. And if anybody else starts spreading that rubbish, you're going to get put in timeout as well. Feel like a parent putting their kids in timeout. We've got 800 people in this stream. Get hitting that like button right now. Get sharing this video. Ashley Young is on his way out of Manchester United. Yes, you heard that right. I don't know if it sounds like a dream to some of you guys, because a lot of people have wanted him out of the club for a while, but Ashley Young is on his way to Inter Milan. Now, I personally don't feel that much ill will towards Ashley Young. I feel a little bit disappointed in the way he's gone about getting this move. But he was always going to leave in the summer, if not now. And Ashley Young is joining Inter Milan. What an experience it will be for him as well. Ashley Young joining Inter Milan. So get hitting that like button on this video. Can we get 500 likes? And subscribe to Full Time Devils as well. We are on 539,000 subscribers. We are very close to 540,000. You guys can help us, so get hitting that subscribe button if you've already hit the like button. And if you've not done either, do both. So get doing that right now. I'll be reading some more of your comments out very, very soon, as we are talking Manchester United transfer news. I'll talk a little bit more about Bruno Fernandes soon. But the news regarding Ashley Young, £1.3 million or euros fee agreed with Inter Milan, and he's on his way to Italy to get that deal wrapped up. That will probably be done tomorrow or the day after that, I assume. But nevertheless, we might have to wait a little bit. Tomorrow, Bruno Fernandes is going to be in action for Sporting Lisbon against Benfica. But if we believe the reports that have come out today, that's not to say the move is not going to happen. It could still very much happen. Yes, Sporting Lisbon could sell Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United this window, if you believe the current reports. They are saying Manchester United have agreed terms with Bruno Fernandes to join Manchester United. So they've agreed a fee with him to join Manchester United, with terms, with wages, with all that kind of stuff. They've agreed that with Bruno Fernandes, but they've not agreed a fee with Sporting Lisbon. So there's no fee agreed there. Now, Sporting Lisbon wanted players. Sporting Lisbon wanted this. Sporting Lisbon wanted that. But they're not going to get those players or anything like that, loan deals or anything. So apparently United are trying to get a deal just for money. And hopefully knowing this club will be haggling over £2 million in a £60 million deal. But fingers crossed we can get that done very, very soon. So yeah, that's what's going on right now with Bruno Fernandes. The reports are that we've agreed terms with the player, but not with the club. So we need to wait on that one. I'm going to be diving into those comments very, very soon right now as well. So get your comments in on all things Ashley Young to Inter Milan, Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United, and we'll keep this party going. We're only going to keep it going for as long as you guys are in there right now. So keep the comments coming in. Koulibaly is overhyped, says FC United forever. Maybe they promised to buy Sanchez too. United and Inter are in an affair. Someone commented, but the name moved too quickly. As much as I hate Young, losing our captain, most experienced player in January is so dumb. Guaranteed Williams and Aaron Wan-Bissaka get injured next game now. Who said that? Dan said that. Excuse me. ESPN FC in the USA had a discussion about Marcus leaving United for the betterment of his career. Absolute rubbish. Do you think there is any weight to this in the near future if we don't perform, says Anik? I don't think there's any weight in that right now at all. I don't think Marcus Rashford will be going anywhere. We want to be that figurehead that helps lead Manchester United to future success and to Premier League success and Champions League success. He's already won the Europa League. He's already won the FA Cup. He's already won the League Cup. He's already won the Charity Shield. He's already won trophies. Now, we're not going to count Charity Shield as a trophy, but he's already won everything you can win, apart from the Premier League and the Champions League. Now, that'll be the aim for him. That has to be the aim for the club. And I'm sure Marcus Rashford will want to do that at Manchester United, not anywhere else. And I'm sure he'll also have targets on becoming Manchester United's record goal scorer, which is like 190 goals away from doing. And when you look at how old he is, that's a very big possibility. If he has 10 more seasons, 19 goal a season, that's his, you know what I mean? So he could very well get that record. He could very well become Manchester United's record goal scorer and pick up trophies on the way. I don't have any doubts Marcus Rashford will want to do that. Now, if in 3, 4, 5 years' time Manchester United aren't winning trophies and we're still languishing around mid-table and it looks like we're not going to win trophies, then I could possibly see Marcus Rashford maybe wanting to leave to win those trophies. But we're not Spurs. It's not like we're always going to be, near runs, nearly team. We're never going to be Spurs. So with Harry Kane, you could think, actually, I could see him leaving. With Marcus Rashford, I think less so. Yeah, I don't think Marcus Rashford will leave. He's a Man United fan. He's a Man United man at heart. And he'll be doing everything he can to help Manchester United be a success. Simon Sohn said in a podcast that Sporting 165, but United don't want to pay over 5 million, says Doug Films. If that's the case, Ed Woodward and that other dude, Matt Judge or whatever his name is, needs to sort it out and get the deal fucking done. Why are we dilly-dallying around? It's January, it's mid-season. He's a player that is putting up numbers. He's a player that, if he was English, we'd have to pay 120 million or something daft for him. Roberto says, Youngie off to win a league title, Adam. I can't fault him. Look, fair play to him. Let him go. Let him go do that. But have a little bit of respect about it as well. And if you're saying you're not playing for United, then just to force the deal through, then I lose a bit of respect for you. But come on. You know what I mean? You got to show a bit of respect to Youngie as well. He's won a lot at Manchester United. He's won everything apart from the Champions League, actually. So you have to pay your respects to him because he's been a very good servant to Manchester. I say servant, it's like he didn't get paid, but he's been a very good player for Manchester United and a squad team member. Thank you very much, Deeresh, and everybody else with the nice comments as well. There's so many comments coming through right now. Get hitting that like button. Get subscribing to Full Time Devils right now. We have got 1,000 people in this stream. Ashley Young is on his way to Italy. Will Bruno Fernandes be joining Manchester United in this transfer window? We are waiting to find out about that one. But could we see Ashley Young finally in a shirt over the man? I never thought I'd see this day. I thought we'd just keep giving him contract extension after contract extension after contract extension. But nevertheless, here he is. He's on his way to Italy. He played well post Sir Alex's Hirsch. Ethan Laird coming through, lads. It's happening. Oscar, thank you very much. Hirsch, thank you very much. Cameron, what's a meal deal? You don't know what a meal deal is, Cameron. Something that you pay about £3, £3.54 in England, usually from a supermarket. You get a sandwich, you get crisps, and you get a drink. Happy days. Depending where you're from, you might call crisps chips, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All our players are going to Inter. Do they want anyone else? They're taking everyone. They're taking literally everyone. Koulibaly is coming? Question marks, says Kartik. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Did you see Sky Sports News say Spurs want 18 million for Eriksen? That's a bargain. I wouldn't chuck 18 million at Eriksen. I think he looks like he's done now. He looks like he is done now. So, yeah, I'm not sure about Eriksen. I'd like to see us get a player that's for the future, like Bruno Fernandes, then give Spurs 15, 18, 20 million or whatever it is for Eriksen, and they go and put that towards Bruno Fernandes. I'd rather just sign a Bruno Fernandes or someone like that, or someone that's going to be the future, Jack Grealish, James Maddison. I'd rather a signing like that than someone that's probably already had their best years. Inter, please take Phil Jones, says Chris Hill. And another one who says that, Matt Johnson. I wonder if Inter want Phil Jones. So great minds thinking alike there in the comments on Full Time Devils right about now. Deal subject to medical and personal terms, says the BBC's Simon Stone. And the medical is tomorrow. So that's news is coming through now from DiMarzio, from Simon Stone and the BBC. So we're getting further developments while we're live. I feel like that Belen Jim White right now. I'm going to give you these DiMarzio information right now. So Ashley Young is expected. Let my phone just translate all of this. So it says Inter closed the deal for Young. So let me see. The Nerazzurri are ready to embrace Ashley Young. Closing negotiations with Man United that will see a bid of £1.5 million plus bonuses, €1.5 million euro plus bonuses for the player to leave starting in January. Friday, the player will be in Milan after the agreements reached with the player in recent days. Now the white smoke is coming up with United, and he's going to be in Milan on Friday. His arrival is scheduled for 11 a.m. where he will support the medical visits and all that stuff. That is said really weird because of the fact that I've translated it. But Ashley Young on his way to Inter Milan, on his way there tomorrow, he will be doing his medical and he will be becoming officially an Inter Milan player. But Manchester United have got a fee out of it, £1.3 million, 1.5 million euro. We've got 1.1 thousand people watching at the moment. So thank you for tuning in to Full Time Devils. Make sure you're hitting that like button and make sure you're subscribing. Can we hit 540k subscribers while we're live on this stream? Get hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yes, we're discussing Ashley Young, and we're discussing Ashley Young's move to Italy and to Inter Milan. And we're also waiting for Bruno Fernandes updates. Where is Bruno? Well, we know Bruno is still in Lisbon. He's still out there with Sporting. He's going to participate in the game on Friday night, Sporting against Benfica. And then we hope the deal will get concluded after that. It may be a case that United aren't going to pay the money and he never becomes a Manchester United player and he is assigned to history like Wesley Sneijder. It may be the case that a deal is already done and we're just waiting to announce it as soon as this game is done on Friday night. It may be a case that we've just not yet announced it, or Sporting are dragging their heels so that they can play him on Friday, and then as soon as he's played on Friday, they will accept a fee. We don't know what's going on, but those are the rumours right now because Manchester United are believed to have agreed terms with Bruno Fernandes to join Manchester United, but we haven't agreed a fee just yet. So that is the latest news on Bruno Fernandes, and the latest on Ashley Young is that a fee has been agreed for his move to Inter Milan. So that's the latest news, the latest transfer news. Do you want me to keep this going? Do you want me to keep this going? If you want me to keep this going, hit that like button and get your questions in. If we can hit, let me see how many likes are on here right now. 154. If we can hit 250 likes, we will keep this train going. We will keep this train going. Young versus Ronaldo, says Leon Mansley. How do you see United lining up with Bruno, says Anik Patel? That is a good question, mate. Now, obviously, David De Gea in goal. We got that back four there. with Bruno Fernandes in there. I think either, just say everyone's fit, you can go McTominay, Pogba and Bruno. So you can have a 3 in midfield. Yeah? Or you can have Fred, Bruno, Pogba as a number 10 and those two deeper. Or McTominay and Bruno deeper and Pogba in that hole. Or Pogba deeper and Bruno in that hole. Bruno gives you the ability to play 6, 8 or in that number 10 position. He's flexible like that. Not only is he good in terms of creating goals, scoring goals, he provides something in terms of defensively, helping out with the team. So I have no worries in him being able to be part of a midfield 2 or a midfield 3. And hopefully he's a Manchester United player soon. Because I do think 50, 60 million pounds, whatever it is for Bruno Fernandes, it's a deal worth making. It's a deal worth making happen. Because I think that represents value for money. I really do think that represents value for money in this day and age. In this day and age, that represents value for money. Now, he could just be another Shinji Kagawa, another Henrik Mkhitaryan, who comes, has a few good games, but doesn't really adapt to the Premier League. He could be that. But I think it's worth taking the risk. You pay 50, 60 million for him. If he doesn't come off and it doesn't prove to be a good signing, you can probably sell him back to Sporting for 30 million in a year or two. If it didn't go to plan. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's a risk worth taking at the age that he's at the numbers that he produces, in the positions that we need players. We need midfielders. We need creativity. We need players that can play as part of a midfield 2, a midfield 3, playing that number 10. If we can get Bruno Fernandes, we can get a Grealish or a Maddison, and we can hold, even if we imagine we held on to Pogba as well, our midfield will be sorted. We need a little bit more steel there, but our midfield will be sorted. So I really hope we get this deal done, and it gives us a little bit of, stress relief going into the summer window as well, because we don't need that extra player, that extra big signing, and we can focus on the Jack Grealishes, and maybe if we need any defensive reinforcements or wide players or whatever, we can focus on other players. So fingers crossed that happens. We haven't hit the 250 likes yet, guys. What's going on? I thought we were friends. What's going on? You're making me sound like a beggarfee out here. Come on. Sumari would be a terrific signing, says John Halim. Bruno's better than Maddison, says Alien. How do you see the Liverpool game going, says Dog Films? We're doing the preview for that tomorrow. I'm worried about that game. Obviously, it has the potential to be glorious, be an amazing win. Gives us an opportunity to get 3 points, crucial 3 points in where we lie in the table. But it could also be an absolute nightmare. It could be an absolute nightmare. So fingers crossed we get the business done at Anfield. But, if Marcus Rashford isn't fit, it's going to be a difficult game. Get Timo Werner, says Daz. Webby says Bruno is done, says Marco. I don't know where Webby's got his information from today. I'm not saying it's done. Webby might have spoken to someone who believes it's done or has heard it's done, and it may be the case, but I don't know that. And I'm not going to take Webby's word for it, because if I take Webby's word for it and I report that here and it's not true, I look like a dickhead. So I'm going to chill. He may have heard that and he can tweet it. That's fine. Kurt Wiggins, thank you for your comment. Maybe Shaw plus cash for Maddison, says Andre. It could be a move that works if they sell Chilwell, which is looking like a possibility. I reckon it's written in the stars to take 3 points off them, and they win the league with only United to take points off them all year, says I'm Roberto. Any news on the Rashford injury? Nothing yet, Biggie Smalls. We'll get Llorente on loan, says Alien. I don't know about that one. Elliot, thank you for tuning in. Sumari and Bruno would improve under Ollie. Look, the thing with Ollie is, if he had a fully fit midfield, where would we be? Because at the moment we're 5th. And I'd say 5th is probably par for course with this team. So that's the one thing when I doubt Ollie, because I have these moments when I doubt him. I support him at all times. I want him to succeed. But I have moments where I think, is this the right thing? And then one thing that always makes me think again is we've had no midfield. We had 2 months without Martial. And look how important Martial has proven to be to the way we play and the way the team's set up. If we had a midfield and we were playing like we were and we were dropping points and all, I'd get it. But we haven't. And it's a big part. Somehow we've got 39 goals out of our front three and we are not even creating many chances. So it's weighing that up. I just don't know. I'd like to see us with Scott McTominay back, Pogba back, Bruno Fernandes in, and see how we get on. And then weigh things up at the end of the season. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Your opinion may differ. Anyway, guys, this has been a legendary stream with you guys. I've really appreciated you all tuning in. Remember, we will be live again once this move is confirmed and it's official and we see Ashley Young in an Inter Milan shirt. But keep it locked in case anything kicks off with Bruno Fernandes, because we'll be going live then as well. We've got the Liverpool preview coming up for you on the channel as well, so keep it locked for that, and plenty more content coming your way. But for now, I have been Adam McCullough. This has been Full Time Devils. You lot have been legends. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribing. I'm out of here.